Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to, I'm sorry the last video was a chipmunk video, but I'm drunk right now, by the way. I had five stouts. Yeah, we did not have a good day. Not at all. So, hopefully this video will work, because we're having serious internet connection issues. There's a photograph that I've been trying to share on Facebook for like a week. I can't share it because my wife posted it, and I shared it on an Okinawa page, but the privacy settings won't let anybody see it except for me. But she can't do anything about that because only one of us can get online at a time, and when one of us does get online, it's not a very good connection, and most things just don't work. So, what happened? I don't even want to say because I'm just pissed off. If I would have had a punching bag in the car today, I would have punched on it. We get our EBT card in the mail today, right? Sorry for the Canadian lingo, but my dad was from Canada. We get it. I come home, I tell my wife, hey, we got the card in today, so we take off over toward Range, eh? And I pull the card out and I hand it to my wife, so would you please phone and find out how much is on it. I'm glad we did that. I'm glad she called. Why? Because there was nothing on it. Then we start making phone calls. Our caseworker, case manager, whatever the blank she is, she's a freaking idiot. She didn't send us the paperwork. This is not the first time she has not sent us paperwork. So they closed our case. So we had no money on it. We had no way to get food. So what did we have to do? I had to call my uncle down in Virginia. I don't like having to ask him for money. It tears me up asking him, but what was I supposed to do? We don't have anything to eat.
Can't do without food for the rest of the damn month.
Yeah, we were starving. So, you know...
Like we had no butter, no milk, no cheese.
No eggs. So, what happens? We get the card, call, nothing on it. We call the Keene office, the Keene food stamp or whatever office it is. Talk to a lady there. He transfers us to our case manager. She doesn't pick up the phone and her voicemail is full. So we call back and she transfers me to somebody else. And their mailbox is full. So I call back. She says to call back if I need to. So I call back. And she finds somebody for me to talk to. And they tell me, well, your case manager is here. I heard her talking over at her desk. See, what our case manager does is she goes out and she smokes her cigarettes, or she talks on the phone with her friends and family. She doesn't do a freaking job. Now, I've worked in state offices in my life, and I can tell you it's very, very difficult to fire people. People that in the private sector, the first time they did something, they would do something so bad, the first time they did it, you'd fire them. I mean, that's it. But in a government office, you can't do that. And this guy that I worked with, they had to go on and on, months and months and months. I mean, it probably went on a few years, and I didn't work there that long, but you can't just fire somebody. This lady's incompetent.
It's not that hard to print out a damn letter and put forms in a fold-up form and put them in an envelope and put it in the mail.
Yeah.
God damn, bitch, get off your lazy butt and quit being so damn lazy.
That's what all she is. She just doesn't want to do her freaking job. And it's not just us saying that. My wife's caseworker at another location knows about this lady, and she's like, oh gosh. And we had to call Concord today. It's pronounced Concord, not Concord. Anyway.
The other lady at the other end, they told me, never, ever, ever mail things in. Things disappear, and they can't figure out who lost track of them. It's like, Always take the stuff in.
So,
That's ridiculous.
and this is not the first time we've had to call Concord because of this idiot lady. The last time, they actually went and tracked her down, and she was outside smoking her
I think
cigarettes.
they made her drug her into her desk, screaming, kicking.
Yeah.
It was like, well, tough shit.
Yeah, she should do her. When you get hired to do something, you should do it. Otherwise, don't apply for the freaking job. Anyway, so
She's just lazy.
yeah, so we could never get in touch with her. So we called Concord, and the lady was very nice. She was helpful. Guess what? They closed our EPT case. They closed it. We had zilch, nothing, nada. So what did I have to do? I had to call my uncle. I hate having to ask my uncle for anything. He's very helpful. He's very nice. But I hate having to ask him. He helps everybody.
Nobody helps him.
Nobody helps him. I'm like, my gosh, people. But what else were we going to do? We had no other resource. So he wired us some money. And he was... The town horn's going off also, but...
That means there's a fire.
Yeah, so, I mean, I hate having to ask my uncle for anything. So he wired us some money, so we were able to go to the market and buy food. If it weren't for that, we would have no food right now. Or very little, I mean...
We'd be living on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and spaghetti and macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And you want to try living on that steady diet of that? No. And I'm diabetic. I don't need to be eating all this damn starchy ass food.
And we have bags of, like, rice products.
And pasta and noodles and shit like that. But
My wife shouldn't be eating all that. She can eat some of it sometimes, but not all the
not huge
time.
amounts, not just living on it.
Yeah, that's what we would be doing. And so my uncle sent us. We had enough money to put some gas in the motor car. We had enough. There's the European stuff again.
In the motor car?
Motor car.
Okay.
Yeah, I say flat motor car. I don't remember market. You know, either I sound like a European or I sound like I'm from Texas.
Or a Canadian.
Or a Canadian.
Eh?
Eh. My dad was Canadian, eh? My grandparents were from Europe. I'm from Europe.
Just listen to Mike Holmes.
Yeah, eh? So how are you doing, eh?
I remember one of his workers, I think it was an electrician or a plumber or something, instead of saying house, he said house?
House?
House? I'm like, what?
How's your
the
house?
hell?
How's your house? So anyway, people, so... Then we have...
Where the hell did he come from?
And then we have the
What,
internet.
country?
Then we have the internet issue, which
Oh,
they're going to come Saturday. They said they were going to come this other day, what, Monday or Tuesday? Monday. If they came, they knocked on the wrong door, because Lucky would bark at
and
somebody.
I was out at doctor's appointments, and they said, well, we called the phone and nobody answered. I said, well, I was at a doctor's appointment. I had my phone shut off, you know.
And
I'm like, God damn, people.
there was nothing on that would just... Okay, I'm hard of hearing. I acknowledge that. But the front door is right there.
Yeah, and if our dog heard it, he would have definitely started barking.
Yeah, he barks whenever somebody knocks at the door.
He
And
knows.
yeah, and he didn't bark. I didn't hear anything. I heard trucks, but the Fur Factory gets trucks all the time.
And our three neighbors are such assholes, they wouldn't have bothered to say, oh, this is the wrong apartment, go to the first one, you know.
Yeah, they would have just said, oh, it's not us, you know, you got the wrong place. But they wouldn't have told them where. Because the number is not on the door.
It fell off.
Yeah. So,
Can't help it.
yeah, it wasn't our fault, it just fell off. So, we're both not in a good mood, we're not doing real well. I'll end this video. Thank you, goodbye. Hopefully this is not a chipmunk video.